What's up, guys? This week we're talking about one of my favorite training hacks, using the half kneeling position. So first of all, why would somebody want to use half kneeling in their training? I use this for a few main reasons with my clients. Number one, if you're trying to get more stable. So if I have someone squatting, pushing, and pulling, and I see that their body's sort of moving all over the place, they don't have great control, they don't know how to tap into their core, I'm gonna put you into half kneeling to help you build more stability. Number two, if you are the kind of person who lives in this extended position here with a big back arch, my ribs are pointed up, and you find yourself coming into that position a lot when you're doing certain exercises, coming down to half kneeling is gonna make it much more difficult to be in a bad posture. And number three, I use it just to build great core strength in people. So a lot of our core exercises we can bring into half kneeling, and that's gonna make it a little bit more challenging. So what actually is half kneeling? In half kneeling, you're gonna have one knee directly beneath you and one foot out in front of you. So it's very important when you're setting this up to keep a few things in mind. Number one, you need to have 90-degree angles with both of your knees. So when you set up, your front knee, 90-degree angle. Your back knee, 90-degree angle. And then there'll be a straight line from your ear all the way to your knee. So it's really easy to kind of come forward too far, like into a hip flexor stretch. We don't want that. And then we also don't want to sort of hinge back here. So you need to push your hip into a straight line, two nice 90-degree angles. So the second thing is that when you're doing this, you want to keep your hips nice and square. So sometimes when you actually start to go through an exercise, one hip is going to cock one way or the other, okay? So if you find that happening, take a second, reset, okay? And then the third thing is, how do we make sure we keep a nice container between our ribs and our hips? So what the heck does that mean? If our ribs are pointed up and our hips are pointed down, we don't have good engagement in our abs. So in order to get into that position, when you set up in half kneeling, take a big breath in through your nose and then forcefully exhale through your mouth. So just to show you, if I'm arched, as you exhale, your ribs should come down, you should feel your abs turn on, and then you want to kind of squeeze your butt and tilt your hip underneath you. Okay, so again, inhale. Now I feel my glutes, my hips, and my core all keeping me nice and stable. To wrap it up, there are two ways I use half kneeling. I use it for upper body exercises, and I use it for core exercises. Upper body exercises that work well in half kneeling include horizontal rows, pull downs, and landmine pressing. You can also do direct overhead pressing with dumbbells or kettlebells. Core exercises that work well in half kneeling include Pallof press, chops, and lifts. The goal with these is not to use a ton of weight, it's to get really stable, to really own your position, and to feel the synthesis of your core and your hips working with whatever else you're trying to train. Give it a shot and see how you like it.